Hi, Dyslexic Genius here, Brad Hurt. My phone number is 864-236-1680, or you can email me at dyslexicgeniushurt@gmail.com. Have you ever taken your phonograph crank out on a Victor and found a piece of metal on the end of this? This is called an oops. This really is part of the winding crank mechanism on a Victor motor. And the problem with these is that they have a pin through them. You have this gear, and this is where the crank goes in here, and this sets in the casting of your Victor motor, and you have a hole through the shaft that we pulled out, and you have a hole through the gear, and those line up just like that. And the problem is these break. Usually I use a split pin like this, because a split pin has an exact drill size for it, and that when you tap them in, the split closes up like that.
Okay, so it's not that thing that broke, it's the pin that broke?
There's a metal pin that went through here that broke.
Okay.
And if you look at that hole, it looks oblong. Now what happens is that right here on the edge of the gear, we don't have a lot of material to play with, so we can't get overzealous in drilling. You have to know basically what size hole that is. Usually I drill them out at a number 44 drill, which works really well, and then I get a split pin for that, and it taps in. Because these fit here like this. And everything lines up, and then you'll put the pin in here, the split pin in here, and then you'll get it kind of started with a hammer, and then you'll use a punch and you'll drive it all the way in. What you're doing literally is you have a round stock like this, you have the shaft, you have the gear, and there's a hole all the way through, and you're going to put a piece of rod in there to hold it. The pin can only be the width of this piece that sticks out. You can't have it hanging out here. It's a simple fix, but it sounds complicated. But the trick is you don't want to over drill this.
How do you decide how big the hole is?
You have to have vernier calipers. I stick the tip in here, and that's like 0.085. So you're going to go to the next step up, which is like a number 44 drill, which would be 0.089. You're only going to take a little bit of material out. At home, if you don't have a drill press, you can basically just drill through real quickly and then drill through this real quickly. I have a drill press, so what I do is I line everything up in the drill press, and I'll show you the trick on this. What you're going to use is the gear itself, and you're going to line the hole here and line the other hole. You're going to line both holes up on the drill press using the gear. You're letting the shaft rest on the jaws of the drill press, and you can just punch it all the way through. Very easy to fix. I know it sounds complicated, but the Victor won't run without a new pin put in. You know, this hobby is a lot of fun, and that's my tip for the day.